Problem 3. How many positive perfect squares less than 2023 are divisible by 5? So, to do this, let's first understand what a perfect square is. What is a perfect square? Obviously, that's x squared. But what do we know? We know that this quantity, x squared, must be less than 2023. So therefore, what is the maximum possible value of x? Well, x is obviously less than root 2023. Now, x can be negative, but obviously it has to be positive, so therefore we ignore those solutions. But I don't know how to evaluate root 2023. So what do? I guess. I guess perfect squares that are near 2023. For example, what is 20 squared? 20 squared is 400. 400 is a long way away from 2023. So let's make it a lot larger. 40 squared. That's 1600. Well, okay, we're getting much closer. What about 50 squared? That's 2500. Okay, that's obviously way too big. This is way too little. So our maximum value of x must be between 40 and 50. Let's try the middle number, 45. 45 squared is 2025, which is obviously a bit larger than 2023. Just a bit though. So therefore we can safely assume that the largest value will be 44 for x. How do I know that? Well, 44 squared gives what? Gives 45 minus 1 squared, which is 2025 minus 90 plus 1, right? Which is the same thing as 2025 minus 90, so that gives 5391 plus 1, which gives 1936. 1936, then 45 squared gives 2025. So obviously, 44 squared must be my largest value. Now that we have this out the way, we can say that x is within 1 to 44. But they have to be divisible by 5 when I have x squared. So what values of x squared are divisible by 5? Well, to be divisible by 5, it must end in a 5 or end in a 0. What perfect squares end in a 5? Well, that's obviously 5 squared, 15 squared, 25 squared, and etc. And what about 0? Well, 0 obviously is going to be 5 squared, then it's 10 squared, then it's going to be 15 squared, 20 squared. We see the pattern here. It's all going to be increments of 5. So it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40, 45. 45 obviously is too big, so we remove that. And what do we have left? Or, yeah, what do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 possible solutions, so we have answer choice A.